Port Orange Rec. Guys, the prices are awesome. You can bring your family. One person can come. You can make a date out of it. $15 for general admission. That's amazing. Ringside for $25. Like,
cheap stuff to watch people punch each other in the face.
I go to Red Lobster. I spend $25 before I get one drink. That's crazy. And then a VIP table for $125. This is probably the most bang for your buck.
For real.
That should be a slogan for this. So there you go, guys. Check that out. We'll post pictures and links and Instagram and Facebook on Fight Bananas and all that. So that's a great event. We're excited for it. November 9th.
Yeah, man. Super excited. We've got
awesome.
A lot of fighters like coming from all over Florida. Like a lot of gyms in Orlando that we usually like see like each other at fights at. Super cool. I'm really excited.
Wow. Saw Taylor White earlier today. She's on the poster. She has some pull there, I think. How cool is it to have Taylor in the same training camp, same, gym, Sarah, some, older girls that you can kind of look up to and kind of see what they're doing and spar and train and kind of elevate your game?
Dude, Taylor, she's been like my number one inspiration since I started with Pete day one. Like 4 years ago, I watched her train in the gym and she was like ripped and I'm like, I want to be her. I watched her fight. I've watched every single one of her fights. I've tried to come to as many as I can. Like, I love her. She's like my sister. Still to this day, she's like my inspiration, my number one. Like, I want to be her.
That's awesome. No, she's incredible. Next big thing, MMA and in boxing. She does it both.
God, she's a beast.
She is. Have you ever wanted to try MMA?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Really?
I'm starting to get into it now, actually.
Whoa. Bananas breaking news here. So, yeah, you would want to do MMA?
Oh, my God. I'm really excited. Like, I just started doing jiu-jitsu with Superman Anderson. I started Muay Thai with Scrappy Doo, Dylan.
Yes.
I just got to learn some wrestling from Chris Mixon, if you would just teach me.
Chris Mixon, come on. Combat Night champion.
Calling you out.
Wow. Chris Mixon was on the show, too. It was a couple weeks ago. Yeah. And it was awesome. It was first of all, it was our longest podcast ever. It went over 2 hours long. And it was me, John, and Chris, and we were getting ready for an Island Fights event that was coming up soon. Chris was supposed to fight on it. His fighter kind of pulled out. Right. And we were just kind of talking about that. And we really wanted to hear about like his Iceland trip, like how cool is it and everything he did. And we just kept on like bouncing off each other. And the next thing you know, like John kind of, like I see John Raffer, the professor, part of the Fight Bananas family, right? I see him kind of like staring at me. Like he's like, when you're looking at someone to try to talk to someone without like talking to someone, like at a party or something. John's doing that to me. So I kind of look at him. I'm like, okay, what? And like, I look at the time. I'm like, oh, because John's a teacher, so like we start sometimes a little bit late, and if we go for 45 minutes or an hour, it's a really sweet spot. Usually one-on-one's like 20-30 minutes, but it was with Chris and we're over like 2 hours long. I'm like, all right guys, let's wrap this up. Let's thank our sponsors. It's been awesome. So talking about sponsors, I saw you just picked up one, right? That you working out, or who's that? What's the story there?
I'm sponsored by Chalk Dirty CrossFit now.
Nice shirt.
So they're helping me with like strength and conditioning for all my fights coming up, because like we got a bunch of events coming up and I gotta pump up these muscles, So big thank you to them. They're in Edgewater. Okay. That's where I live, because like my gym's like half an hour away. Can't always go there 24/7, but at Chalk Dirty CrossFit's like 2 minutes away from my house. They're like super awesome, helping me out all the time. And I just got recently sponsored by Seaside Cryotherapy, an oxygen bar. Oh my God, cryotherapy feels so good. Like after being sore from all that and stuff. Like
I want to try that. I've never done that before. Is it?
Oh my God, it's incredible. And
where's the place again?
It's called Seaside Cryotherapy. It's right in New Smyrna. Okay. Yeah, hit me up and you can get $10 off.
I'm in. Sales pitch right there. So great sponsorship deal already. I'm already in. We'll talk off air, and definitely I want to go. I want to try that out.
That's awesome.
Very cool. So we talked about Taylor, Sarah, and we mentioned him once, and the event coming up November 9th, Punching for Pal. I would love, talk about 10 minutes, however long it goes, to Pete White. If I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for Pete White and all the things he does for the people he, respects and loves and likes, and then all the things he does for people who doesn't do anything for him, right? Like he's one of the most given people in the world. He will always help. He will always listen. He will always answer the phone if he likes you. And so I just, have a couple minutes, whatever you want to say or talk about Pete White.
There's so much to say about Pete White, man. He's like a second dad to me. Like, I can't even think of one time that he hasn't been there for me. Like, that man does everything for me. Like, whether it be like training me for any fight or just talking to me in general. Like, he's such a loving, like, selfless person. I can't even, like...
It's amazing.
I can't trash talk him at all, man.
I know. Like, we're trying to be funny maybe, and you just can't. So that's why it's so cool to support the event that Pete White is pushing so hard and is a part of the Port Orange POW Athletic League. Punching for POW. It's November 9th. Come one, come all. It's a great event. Are you going to be boxing on that?
Oh, I better.
I better?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm really hoping I can find an opponent to fight me, because, like, it is, like, pretty difficult to find a 16-year-old that's 105 pounds to fight me.
And so, okay, with you being 16, does it have to be an opponent that's under the age of 16? Like, are you allowed to fight a 22-year-old? No, it has to be under 18?
Yeah, she has to be either 15, 16, or 17.
Okay.
I can fight her. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And so you said 105 pounds? Like, would you, just say if there was a 17-year-old 110 or 12 pounds, would you do that? Would you move up or move down? Eat KFC chicken wings with John Radford and drink a ton of Mountain Dew? Taylor and I talked about it this morning. We're like, we've never met or known a person who drinks more Mountain Dew, eats more Taco Bell, IHOP. That man can eat whatever he wants. I'm not going to tell his age. It's getting there. That man is in great shape. God. He's skinny as all can be. It's amazing. It's like, John, the Lord has blessed you with this amazing gift. Like, I wish 10 pounds, that's all I'm asking for. Just 10 pounds lighter. That's it. That's all I want.
The amount of crap that he eats and drinks, I cannot believe how much, like, how skinny he is, how much endurance he has in his cardio. He's like, he can last like 10 rounds just totally fine.
He can go all day.
What?
He really can. It really can. Big John Radford, the professor, we love him so much. Can you tell me one of your favorite moments in combat sports history, boxing sports history? It can be like a professional thing. It can be, Conor McGregor moment, or it can be someone like personal to you, like one of my favorites ever. And I've seen so much professional. I've been to so many events, especially in the last year. But one of my favorites of all time is when Chris Mixon, Orlando at Combat Night. It was for the title, and he was like losing at the beginning. He kind of got hit up a little bit, and he had this crazy comeback and just like pop, pop, and like, and I don't know if you were there by the cage. Like, it was 15 of us, and we were like jumping like we were 5-year-old kids that we just saw Santa Claus live. Like, we let it all go out. Nothing in the world mattered. We were all so happy for Chris Mixon. Like, that's just one of my all-time favorite moments. Do you have something like that?
One of my all-time favorite moments? I mean, actually, like, pretty recently, the UFC fights, like, Joanna versus Michelle Watterson. That was insane to me.
She's so good.
Like, I love both of them.
Right.
Like, they're, like, my top two favorite female fighters in the UFC, and just to see them, like fight and the respect that they have for each other, it's so cool to see. Like, I want to be there one day.
So if you had to decide right now, Magic Ball, 8 years from now, 24 years old, in the prime of your life, if you had to be a professional boxer or a professional UFC fighter, which one would you rather be?
Probably more towards like MMA, just because there's...
Wow, this is awesome. I didn't know this about you. I did go to the gym for like 2-3 weeks, and she's like, Dave, I haven't seen you at the gym lately. Really? That's awesome. I'm like so excited now.
Just because there's like a lot more money put into female fighting in MMA rather than like boxing.
It's true.
You can go a lot further there.
And lately, we one thing we've been talking about a lot, there's so many more avenues. For one, okay, the UFC, There's Bellator. There's
Right.
PFL. Kayla Harrison was just in the show. She just got a great deal for PFL, like a superstar. She's just humongous, great superstar. And then even kind of in the regional scenes, we just talked about. We just were at Island Fights. They have great female fights. Hannah Goldie fought 2-3 times on for Island Fights. She's now a UFC fighter. Taylor White will soon be fighting for Island Fights, and there's just so many. There's Combat Night in Orlando and it's just they're everywhere.
Yeah.
So it just feels like there's more opportunities in a way.
Oh yeah.
So wow. And there's to me more girls that are doing it. Like I think there's more potential possible matchups than in boxing. It's tough. Like you said, it is hard to find a 105-pound female. And then for MMA, like Taylor fights in the 115, 120 range. Do you think you're going to have to move up that 10 pounds? Do you think you'll get that just organically the older you get?
Yeah, I've had to move up in weight past fights. Like, I had to chug water. I had to go up like 10, 15 pounds just for a fight. And, I lost that fight because I'm not that weight. That's not my natural weight. But,
right.
I mean, it's just going to have to happen. Like, going up weight, it's annoying. But for every single fight that I've had to, like, gain weight just to fight. But
wow, that's awesome. And you're still a model? Or you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like here and there. I mean, I chose boxing and like fighting over modeling just because I tried out modeling and acting and it's not really my thing.
Okay.
But so one of our like fighter friends at Elite, like the boxing gym in Oviedo or something, I don't know. This is called Elite. So one of their fighters, her name's Adriana, I believe. She has a new like boxing clothing like line coming out.
Okay, very cool.
So she asked me to like model with like shoes and gloves and outfits, I think. So that's coming out pretty soon. So I'm excited for that.
There you go.
Another modeling opportunity. I haven't done that in a while.
So you got that in the back pocket. Like that's the, some people go to school and they're going to be a teacher if the whole MMA thing doesn't work out. If that doesn't work out for you, you can just become a model.
Sure.
That's pretty cool. That's a great backup plan. Man, mom and dad are definitely happy. They should be proud. Okay, so we'll definitely end the show with the whole punching for pow, but we got around 5, 8, 10 funny questions for you.
Ooh,
you ready?
I'm ready.
First thing that comes into your head, funny, not funny, anything you want. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Your first celebrity crush?
I'm going to have to say The Rock. Dwayne Johnson.
The best answer in Fight Bananas history. We can stop the podcast. Guys, have a great day. Bye. That's the best. Wow. The Rock.
From like when I was really little, I just, he was everywhere. I was like.
He was. He still is everywhere. I'm watching Ballers, movies. He was just on SmackDown on Fox. He's everywhere.
How can you not have a crush on him?
I have a crush on him.
Right?
He is. It's The Rock.
Everybody does.
Who's your least favorite sparring partner?
Taylor. It's not fair.
Oh my gosh.
God, it's like you boop her in the nose and she's like, she just wants to kill you.
Yeah. That's a true story. What's your dream fight?
My dream fight? Probably I want to pull one of those Chris Mixon fights, just like 20 seconds in, just knock out.
Yeah? And do you have someone in like the UFC or someone in around town or someone like it's in the sport that you would like, I would just love to fight her, out of even respect or even out of just I want to teach her a lesson kind of a thing?
I do want to rematch one of my past opponents.
Okay.
But every time like a fight comes up that's like in the area, like my coach will message her coach and they'll say no, but I really want to rematch her again because
there we go.
I think the points were like really close to where I could have won, and I know that I could have won, so I want to rematch her. But
there you go. Hey, you want that comeback? You want that rematch? Kanye West or Taylor Swift?
Kanye.
Okay.
Taylor who? Get out of here.
The last book you've ever read?
Oh, that's a long time ago. But
Really?
Oh yeah. Books are not my thing, but from what I can remember, it was called Mental Combat, and it was a fantastic book. It's all about like combat sports and what you can do to like for pre-event tips, like how to deal with panic attacks at events. It's like really cool just to go inside a fighter's mind. It's all about mindset, mentality, like mind over matter is like huge to me. So like reading that book like helped me prepare a lot.
What's one of like the tips that you learned in that book that were like, yeah, wow, like that makes sense? Count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, something like that. Is there a tip that you remember from reading it? But like, oh yeah, I use that now.
So one of the things that I remember reading is like if you're pretty anxious for a fight, you count down by sevens from 200. You know, like from 200 you go like 193, and that's about as far as I can go.
186, 179, 172, 160.
Yeah, it's like
5.
it's supposed to distract your mind. You know,
wow.
like calm your heart rate down, like
wow, I like
chill
that.
you out. It's pretty cool. But yeah, that was the last book I read. Like God knows how long ago that was.
I'm gonna do that. Like the next big podcast I'm gonna do. Like everyone's gonna be like, Dave, what are you doing? Count down from sevens.
I need a calculator for that though.
All up there. What's your favorite app?
Like social media.
Sure, anything on your phone.
Instagram. I do everything on Instagram.
It's the best.
But like game wise, do I even play games? No, I don't even play games on my phone, but Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, that's where I do everything.
Instagram, like my dark horse sleeper is Amazon. Like I buy everything on Amazon and it comes the next day. It's amazing.
True.
It's
I'm an online shopper for sure.
For sure, I'm there. What's your favorite clothing brand?
Ooh, I'm a big Adidas wearer. Like everything I have is Adidas.
Okay.
I don't know. I just look good in black and white.
Love it. Doug Martinez. Who's your all-time favorite fighter?
Female, I'm gonna have to say Joanna. Can't even pronounce her last name.
JJ Check.
Yeah, that. And my favorite male fighter is probably gonna be either Anthony Pettis or Nate Diaz. That fight was so good.
That fight was good.
I love that fight. I love them both. They're awesome. Somewhere here.
Look at this. Wow, she
yes.
says it and boom. Look at Anthony, man.
Oh, he
He's
looks
chilling.
so good. That's my UFC husband right there. Anthony Pettis.
He was awesome. My best... So we had some funny Showtime stories. Some not allowed to say. But a good story, and we just talked about it too for some reason. We're walking around Pensacola. We're walking around the streets late at night. We're having a good time, and we're eating and drinking. And in downtown Pensacola, like in almost any downtown, there's like homeless people, you know, bums, homeless people kind of laying down. And there's a homeless guy laying down, and he's awake, but he's like laying down. He has no energy. And Anthony Pettis, there's no cameras around. There's no, you know, he's not doing it for the media. He's literally just doing it out of the kindness of his heart. Goes in his pocket, takes out money, and hands him $100 bill.
Aww.
He hands him $100 bill, and the bum takes it, like looks at it, maybe he thinks it's a single. No, it's 100. And he kind of like pops back up like the Undertaker or Tyson Fury, and he kind of pops up, and he's like, he kind of like, thank you so much. Like, this is going to change my life forever. Like, I'm going to start, you know, coming back. And I'm like, what did I just witness? Like, it was the coolest story. Like, Anthony Showtime Pettis in Pensacola, Florida, maybe just saved a man's life.
You were there?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's why he's my UFC husband. Great heart.
Couple more. This has been good. What's your favorite dessert?
Listen, I work at an ice cream shop, and it is very hard.
Oh my gosh!
Ice cream.
That ice cream shop's amazing. What is it again?
It's called Frozen Gold. Like
Frozen Gold,
really
New Smyrna Beach,
place, like right across the new Publix in New Smyrna.
The best milkshake I ever had. Maybe my wife got it for me. We're in the car, and then the best part is, so you know, it's 2019. So she's like, hey, you know, I give her my card, and she comes back out. They're like, they don't take cards, only cash. I'm like, what? It's 2019. Here's my American Express. Take it or leave it. It was so crazy.
Yeah, I hate being cash only, but
yeah,
it drives people away, so no more work for me.
What's your favorite movie or TV show? Or both? My
favorite movie, I just watched the new Joker movie.
Okay.
Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
Holy crap, you gotta watch it. It's so cool to like see, like, because it's realistic about like mental disorders and everything. But
Yeah.
that's probably my favorite movie so far.
Wow, that's awesome. How about a show?
Favorite TV show? Probably The Walking Dead. You know, the
Wow.
earlier seasons of that, I miss that.
I know. I actually just watched it last night.
Yeah.
T-voted. I wasn't here on Sunday, so I just watched the second episode.
Mm.
It was awesome. Really good, but it's like, I miss Rick. You know, I'm
That's
just
Rick
like,
too.
let's just be real with ourselves. It's a good show. It's fine. But when it was at its peak, there's nothing better. And now it's just like, I put in 10 years of watching the show. I gotta
Right.
finish it. Like, I cannot not watch these new episodes. So
Yeah, I definitely missed like the earlier seasons.
Right.
It was so much better back
It was.
then.
So many characters. It's amazing. Like, all the characters they have now, you know, Michonne and all this stuff, they're all great. But like, Michonne was like the 14th best character at the early stages. And now she's like the star. Like, she's everything. It's just crazy. Last one. The day after a fight, you can eat anything in the world you want. What's your go-to meal?
Chick-fil-A. I just started eating chicken again because I've been vegetarian for 4 years, but I just started eating chicken
Really?
again. And 4 years without Chick-fil-A, like
Yes.
I could eat
Without
that
that Chick-fil-A
every day.
sauce,
Oh my god!
I can eat that on a shoe.
Don't even get me started.
Why did you go vegetarian for 4 years?
So I like I'm vegetarian for the animal part of it. I'm not
Sure.
I'm not one of those annoying people that's like, you're not vegetarian, you're a horrible person.
Right.
But you know, I just like, I don't know, I think animals like have the same value as humans. I don't think we should kill them, slaughter them. But I am disappointed in myself, but it did come to the point where I wasn't making any like progress in like building muscle or anything without that protein.
Right.
So I kind of had to incorporate chicken back into my diet. But I mean, it's helped me a lot.
Have you tried like supplements, or is it just like there's just nothing like, you know, chicken? There's just nothing like that organic protein.
Yeah, it's like I had deficiency in B12 and iron, like all the stuff that comes in me. I've taken supplements.
Sure.
Like I had a lot of protein, just not enough. Like I even ate the things I hate, like tofu that have protein in
That's
it.
tough.
It
tough.
it doesn't work.
Nope. And it's like I felt so bad because you weren't eating the chicken. I was eating your portion of chicken for the last 4 years. Like Chick-fil-A, those little chicken minis in the morning. It's
Oh, they
my
just
goodness,
hit
thank you.
different.
Oh wow, Hey, if you want to sponsor Fight
Right.
Bananas Chick-fil-A or Thug Martinez, we can make that happen,
Works
right?
something out, yeah.
Real quick, throw out those two sponsors again. We're gonna show this great sign off. Port Orange Pound, November 9th. We're getting it done. Cannot wait, guys. Come on, come all. It's gonna be a great show. It's for a great cause. But yeah, throw out those two sponsors, maybe your Instagram handle, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this event coming up, especially because it's like in Port Orange. Like most fights are super far away, but thank you so much to my sponsors, Chalk Dirty CrossFit and Seaside Cryotherapy and Oxygen, or like for helping me out, like get ready for these upcoming fights this month. We got a ton of events going on. Follow me on Instagram, Kyra Martinez with 2 I's, so KYRAMARTIINEZ.
The first one was already taken?
Yeah.
It was. It's so cool. I started Instagram and Twitter before it was cool to be on Instagram and Twitter. So like I have just my name. It's at David Van Auken. It's
Must be
amazing.
Nice. I tried. I even messaged the original and was like, hey, can I have it? They didn't respond.
Have you looked into like the Thug Martinez handle?
I have not, but maybe I'll consider
Yeah,
that.
that would be kind of cool. And like if they haven't, like they're gonna be like a fan page. Thug Martinez out there will take it. Now I've already said it on the podcast, so it's gonna be taken by the time we end this show. I'm sorry. It's gone. Thug Martinez.
You did that.
Second best host ever. Wow, great show.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
You had fun?
Oh yeah.
Very
First
cool.
one ever.
First one, first of many. We're gonna see a lot of Thug Martinez in the future. Huge prospect, Port Orange, Florida. Edgewater?
Edgewater.
Edgewater.
But mostly New Smyrna and Port Orange. Like,
Flagler Avenue, that's where it's at.
catch me a tropical smoothie all day.
Guys, thank you so much. Have a great day. Make sure you come out. November 9th, Port Orange Pal Boxing. It's gonna be awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks to Kyra. We'll talk to you guys soon.
See